Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Shelly, and my Shelly's scorching hot topic is going to be my thoughts on ICE Part 2. This is going to be a quickie one. I just watched it, and I just wanted to clarify a few things. When I say I am super law-abiding, what I mean is it's very hard for me. Like, I couldn't even walk out with a stick of gum. It's like I was not implying that people who protest or ICE agents or anything like that are not good people or they don't obey the law. That was not my intention. What I meant to say is that I am a stickler crazy for the law. I always feel like even if I don't agree with that law, like I will scratch and fight to get around that law, but I will follow that law to the letter. I just came up that way. It was the way I was raised. I'm not saying that, because I had someone push back a little bit on me and say, well, what does that mean? People who protest are breaking the law? Absolutely not. That's not against the law. That's your First Amendment rights, right? I don't know where he got that. That wasn't what I meant. Yeah, protest it. Do what you need to do for you, as safe as you can for you and those around you, is in a nutshell what I'm trying to say. You know, for me anyway, I would be afraid to be out there, honestly, with the things that are going on and people getting hurt and pepper sprayed and maced and other things, worse. I would be afraid, and I certainly don't want my children out there or my grandchildren. That's not to say that I don't believe in these issues and I don't believe we should fight for our rights. And, I'm just saying, I look at the protesters and I feel so badly. I see how passionate they feel about these things, and I get it. Flip side to that is I feel sorry for these ICE agents that are out there just doing their job, and it's hard, right? I need to follow the law. That's who I am. That's how I roll. It's kind of who I am. And I follow it to the letter. Now that's why the story with the newspaper, right? Like, I took it out by mistake. I had to run back in and pay for it for like $1, But it was important to me. It was important to me to not steal, not break the law. It's just kind of ingrained in me. So probably like a little weirdo. I don't know. Crazy grandma. Anyway, so that was my follow-up to that. If you need to protest and you feel that in you that you've got to go do that, do it. If you want to, make your signs and stand out there, do it. And that means whatever side you're on. I've seen people with signs out there. I support ICE. And there's people across the street. I hate ICE, ICE out. It doesn't matter which side you're on. You got to follow what you need to do for you. That said, I don't think it's an environment for children. I don't think high school students and middle school students should be out there protesting no matter what the belief, right? I don't care what you believe. Children should not be. I saw a child holding up a sign on TV that said F ICE. This kid couldn't have been 9 years old. Do I want my daughter out there holding up signs like that? No, really, I don't. So do what you need to do for you. Keep yourself safe and your family, and just follow your gut, follow your heart. That's what I do. Like I said, I'm chronically running to do things legally. Everything has to be by the book. I don't care what it is. I got to do it to the letter, do it the right way, do it by the book. Again, that's just the way I came up. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It just means it's the way I am. If there's people out there cutting corners and it works for them, that's great. Do you. This is just who I am, and this is the way I roll. And anyway, I just wanted to clarify. I was not implying that people who protest or ICE agents or whatever are not following the law. That wasn't my intention. I just meant that I'm kind of crazy follow the law. Like, I have to follow it to the letter. So anyway, that was my thought. So you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.